I recently took my van out west with the goal of visiting all 5 of Utah's national parks, all while trying to work remotely from the road. So far, there have been some incredible sights.
This is already amazing.
And a few unexpected detours. And now the trip continues as I head to Bryce Canyon National Park.
Well, as you can probably tell, I have made it to Bryce Canyon National Park, but I'm not actually going to really be going into the park today because it's pretty late in the day and I'm still incredibly sore from the Narrows yesterday. So I'm going to just get settled and head to a dispersed campsite just outside the park.
This trip has been a bit different than most of my others because I've been seeing what it's like to work remotely from the road as a freelance video editor. And honestly, it's been a bit draining, but it almost feels like I'm getting the hang of it.
Not bad. If I can be really honest right now, I feel kind of anxious and weird. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just at that point in the trip where I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm a really long way from home. I don't know. Maybe I'm just tired. I have been tired all day, and I don't know. I think I'm just glad to be staying put for right now. So I think I'm gonna just kind of be a degenerate and hang out in the van and like drink chips and eat soda. And I mean, I am tired, dude. I just said drink chips and eat soda. This is my ridiculous little solution for comfortably being able to like lay back and watch something on my phone. Because my phone case has suction cups on the back, so it kind of just perfectly suctions to my mirror and I can lean on the opposite wall and hang out. Well, it's almost 8 and the sun is about to go down, so I am going to head to bed. It's gonna get pretty cold, so hopefully leave this spot relatively early and get into the park. Well, as I expected, it definitely got pretty cold last night. I'm not sure if you can see this on camera, but you can see my breath, but I'm making some hot chocolate. And I'm gonna, I think, enjoy myself in this spot for a little bit longer since it is so nice. I'll get some work done here and then head down into the canyon. Plus, I'm kind of hoping it'll be a little bit warmer outside by the time I get down there. And if I'm being completely honest, part of my reluctance to leave this spot was because just getting here in the first place was a bit of a rough ride. This part is not too bad, but it does get pretty interesting in a bit. I will never understand overlanding because the idea that you're just like kind of f***ing your car up for fun is so nuts to me. Good for you though if you do it. Braver than I am. Oh my god. Ah! Now that I've finally made it into the park, I only have one day to spend here, so I'm using it to check out Bryce Canyon's most iconic hike. This is the Navajo Loop Trail, and the most popular part of the park, because it leads to some of Bryce's most iconic rock formations.
Sadly, I wouldn't be able to hike this trail completely, but neither could anybody else. So down there is the Wall Street Trail, which is closed because it has some serious mudslide damage. Instead, I was able to head down another zigzagging part of the trail, which took me down to the bottom of the canyon. This whole little section of the canyon is called the Queen's Garden because of the Queen Victoria hoodoo that is sort of the centerpiece of all of it, which I'm about to come up on now. People are having difficulty discerning which one of these hoodoos is actually the Queen Victoria, and like so am I. I think it's this one. Apparently you can see her robe, like the hands under the robe. I started this trail at Sunset Point, ironically, so now I'm in the bottom of the canyon, and on the way back up I will be heading to Sunrise Point, but that should be a lot more strenuous than the way in. Now that I'm high enough, if I look across the canyon, I can even see where I came down in from. It looks like I'm about to reach the rim pretty soon, so I'll see you back at the van. I am back from the canyon. I've taken a shower and I'm just currently sitting in the parking lot of Ruby's Inn, which has a little like grocery store in it, by the way, where they make their own donuts, and they're incredible. I've had one every day that I've been here. If you come here, you kind of can't miss Ruby's Inn, but it's easy to sort of miss the donuts. Those are definitely worth kind of like seeking out in particular. But right now it's dinner time, so I'm gonna go find something to eat that isn't donuts. I know my time here in Bryce Canyon was way too brief, and I wish I had been able to explore it beyond just a single trail. Still, it felt like a privilege to spend a night here under the stars and a day here inside the canyon before continuing on the road to my next park.